talking like they never love me. They talking like they next door. I still treat them like some. Showers on the way. I've been working 25 hours every day.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders continue to move through the season and want to find a way to secure win number 3 on the year. It's the Bears going up against the Raiders.
It's a day, Larry, that fans in these parts will need to savor as we come to you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And the Oakland Raiders. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Again, it's Howard. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Six yards here to go for the offense on second down. Now Hundley. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Throwing, Hundley. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there. I'm wondering, partner, if they might need to sub him out for a play or two, because after that long run he just had on the previous play, he might not have all of his breath back.
Yeah, and they went right back to that well. Different result. They'll look to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Powers. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. They'll set up a throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And Bryant's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
The drive begins with Mason. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Play action here with Dalton. This one complete to Jordan Reed. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Mason. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. On the ground, this is Isaiah Crowell. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
Andy Dalton going to stay on the field. They're going to try and go for it on 4th down. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, You know, we say, foul it away, lad. Foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. These say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad, eh.
Second down following the run. They run with Howard. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line. It's the tight end. It's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
And the D looking like they may blitz. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays an offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll run again with Mason. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Jarrell Casey in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Oh, he slipped right by him. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now this time he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Jalen Strong, his 2nd touchdown on the season. Lead.
How about that touchdown, partner? If you blinked, you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second, and they were in the end zone.
That's it, huh? Good work, boys. Let's go.
Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Play action now. Dalton. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. Give him 30 yards there. Now Mason. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Again, it's Mason. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. 3rd down from the gun, Dalton. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Here we go. Ohio.
3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Raiders have got him.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Dalton here from the gun. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard near the 34-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Howard. The broken tackle couldn't create a ton of space. He'll be taken down just beyond the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And he is the NFC reigning offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Huge play by the defense. Not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 2nd up in Seattle. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Second down now after the incompletion.
Here we go.
They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on it and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second down following the incompletion.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. First down, he'll drop to throw it. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend, because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here, as we send you across the country to Orlando. Standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 30. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now Dalton. Going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. The Raiders on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
They only needed a yard, instead went backwards. I don't think Dalton liked the matchup there. He's going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. In motion, the tight end Reed. They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
First down, they run with Howard. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Play clock winding down. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Now Hundley. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Let's go!
Throwing Hundley. And this is caught at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Let's run.
2nd and goal. Still a decent chunk of yardage here. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. C.J. Procise with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. And they will line up now for the 2-point try.
Here we go.
Now a toss coming right side. It's Howard. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks near the 25. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. To throw again. Dalton. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Dalton now to pass. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. 1st and 10 for Dalton. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. The 30. Past the 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Starting the drive with Mason on the ground. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. It's second down. Dalton looking. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On third down, Crowell. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A gutsy call by Jack Del Rio, but it does not pay off. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now Howard. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Second down following the run.
Let's go! Flex round! Flex round! Oh, let's go! Brand 38!
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down. The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go! What? Flex round! Check round! Let's go! What?
try to run for it with Howard. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll drop to throw. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2nd down, Dalton. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 22. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out to the left here to Reed. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Crowell. And he'll go down at the 28. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Not an ideal spot to be on 1st down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw it in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable.
Passing, it's Dalton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shane Ray in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. The Raiders on 3rd down. It's been a problem, just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Defense showing blitz. On the counter, it's Crowell. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Jack Del Rio going to take a chance here. His guys going for it on 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Being chased out left. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Demaryius Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. that's going to be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And now here come the Raiders. Getting late in the fourth now, Charles. 2-minute warning just around the corner.
Yeah, some teams just want to get to that spot, take a breath, and then come out and attack for the rest of the game.
Here's Dalton. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Second down now after the pass completion. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Marshall. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. A first down throw coming for Dalton. Flush to his right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Shane Ray in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? He's going to let it fly. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. They've gone to the 4th up in Seattle. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. Big 4th down here. It's Dalton. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Here we go.
A give left side to Howard. And he's got some space here. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Bears will add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On second down. Here's Crowell. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2 for Dalton. Jordan Reed has it. Reed wrestling ahead, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. A first down carry now for Crowell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Watch left, watch left, watch left.
It's do or die for Dalton. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 11. Now a handoff to Crowell. And he had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Chicago, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Oakland, the struggles in